morning, boys and girls. This is Renee Erickson, and I am here on Sunday morning giving you another message. We're talking about the armor of God this month for sure, and maybe part of next month. And today we are going to talk about, now I don't know if you can see this picture or not. I'll get it nice and close. This is a picture of a shoe. Now, would you wear these shoes to a football game? Probably not. How about if you were playing football? Would you wear this then? No. These are kind of, I used to call them dress-up shoes. That's what those are. Okay, here's another one. Now these shoes, where would you wear these shoes? I think these shoes you'd wear maybe you could even be watching a game. You could be running in these shoes. Maybe you could go a lot faster if you had tennis shoes. We used to call these tennis shoes. And now they have so many different names for tennis shoes that it's hard to keep track of them. But it's more for running, I think. These are more running shoes, walking shoes, hiking. It could be a little bit of hiking. Now, where would you wear these shoes? They're kind of like shoes, but not quite. They're kind of like, we used to call them flip-flops. When I grew up, we used to call them clip-clops. So that's the difference of the generations. But flip-flops, they're kind of a very casual. You wouldn't want to play ball in one of these shoes. You wouldn't want to play soccer in one of these shoes. You got to have the right shoes for the right things, right? So you could be ready to play. Here's my last one. This shoe is worn, see, it's got some grippers on the bottom. Maybe you'd wear these outside in the snow. Maybe they're like water shoes, and so that you could go out in the mud puddles and splash. Well, so when you put these on, that's when you're ready. You're ready to go out and play. If you have to have soccer, put soccer shoes on. And they all look a little bit different. Well, we are going to talking about our feet today. The feet of readiness, the shoes of readiness. So our story today is same place in Ephesians that we had last time. I just got to find my stuff here. And we're going to have a little flannel graph up here to show you so you can hear the story, but you can also see kind of what the story is about. This story is about Paul and Silas. Paul and Silas were missionaries. You know, we have missionaries and they go out and teach people about Jesus. Well, I'm going to show you this. There. Now you can see a little bit better about Paul and Silas. I don't know which is which. This is Paul and this is Silas. And Paul and Silas were missionaries. And they went around and told people about Jesus. And I'm just going to read you the story here. Paul and Silas loved God very much and traveled around telling people about God. They were always ready to tell about God's love and peace that comes from knowing God. Let's see. Paul and Silas, there they are. Not everyone was happy about the words and actions of Paul and Silas. One day they healed a girl. That's this girl here. They healed a girl who was a slave. Her owners were not happy about this. So they grabbed Paul and Silas and brought them to the rulers. A crowd gathered. The crowd murmured with anger. They shook their fists. They accused Paul and Silas of trying to cause trouble. And here's some of the guys. And so then here's the crowd. I want to move it back a little bit so you can see the crowd over there. See the crowd? There were lots and lots of people that didn't like him very much. Well, so they were arrested and they were thrown in jail. And they captured these guys. And they put them in a kind of a really not nice place. They had bars on the window and they had bars on the door. They couldn't get in or out. And they were stuck. But not only were they stuck, they were told to beat them. In those days, I think they took and whipped them on their backs until they were just bloody. He told them to put them in the inner cell and lock their feet up in stocks and had them lay down. They went to sleep. You would think that Paul and Silas would be angry or afraid or cry in pain because I'm sure their back hurt after they beat them. But no, instead they did something very surprising. They started to sing and pray. The other prisoners listened to them, and they were really good. They were singing, but Even though that they were in pain, they were singing. Suddenly there was a violent earthquake. Everything started shaking and rumbling and rolling. The door flew open. All their chains left them. And all the soldiers that were there were really afraid. Now here's a few afraid soldiers. They were all very afraid. They were afraid for their lives. I'm going to put them down. They were afraid because they thought that they were in deep, deep trouble. The doors flew open, the chains came loose, and the jailer woke up. He thought all the prisoners had escaped. He thought they had all escaped. So he got his sword. You know what he was going to do? He was going to kill himself because he thought that if the king found out that he wasn't watching his prisoners and they all were escaped, he probably would lose his life. So he thought, maybe I should do it now. But Paul said, no, don't harm yourself, he said to them. Paul said, we're all here. The jailer rushed over to Paul and Silas and fell before them and asked, what must I do to be saved? Paul and Silas were ready. They were ready to tell him exactly what he wanted to hear. They told him, believe on the Lord Jesus, and he will save you. And at that time, that's just what happened. The jailer said, yes, I believe, I want to have Jesus with me. And so the soldiers that were there ended up believing in Jesus. Now that's a great story. Did you know that the soldiers even brought Paul and Silas? They brought them to his house. They took them and brought them to his house. They cleaned up their back and they put some medicine on it and stuff and made it better. And they were really happy that Paul and Silas had gone there and had saved them. And then he brought them back. And they were released because they were Romans too. And they were released from the prison because they really didn't do anything wrong. All right, so what does this all mean? What I'm telling you about, they were ready. They were ready at a moment's flash. When they got a chance to talk about Jesus, they had their feet they had the gospel of truth. They had the gospel of peace on their feet. And they were ready. They were ready to go and tell others about Jesus. So we should too. We should always be ready. Now the shoes only mean that. It doesn't really mean shoes. It means that we should always be ready. Just like when we have our football shoes on, we're ready to go play football. When we have our soccer shoes on, we're ready. And Jesus says, I want you to be ready. So that means at any time you can always talk about Jesus and tell them you love Jesus and you want them to love him too. And that's what Paul and Silas did. They went around telling that they loved Jesus. Paul and Silas had on those shoes of readiness. They were excited and motivated to tell the jailer about God's peace and love. So I think that we should remember to do that also. Well, that's our story for today. We are going to have the puppets come and give us a nice little, that'll kind of explain this a little bit more about having the feet of readiness. To teach about the knowledge and the peace of God. So I will see you probably the next week. We don't do it on Wednesday night now. We do it just on Sunday mornings. So I will see you next Sunday. Bye for now.
Susie, watch this. Isn't this cool? I have new running and jumping shoes. These shoes are making me run so fast. I can turn fast. I can jump high. And you know, Susie, I think this is going to make me win trophies and prizes and maybe even money. Why didn't I think of this before? Maybe you should ask your mom if you could get some shoes just like mine so you can jump and run like those who are in the Olympics. I can't believe I found a way to win. I wonder if I get hiking boots, I could climb up a mountain. Just think of the possibilities. A basketball star, a soccer star, a golf star.
Do you remember what the story was even about?
I sure do. I even memorized the verse. And with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. Ephesians 6:5. Oops. Ephesians 6:15.
Okay.
My feet are ready. Set. Go.
Peggy, I don't think you really know what that means.
Sure I do. Hey, I found a cool joke about feet that we're talking about.
Hey, Peggy, don't change the subject. I want to explain the verse.
Please, can I tell you a joke? It will only take a second. Come on, the verse can wait. These kids want a joke.
Okay, Peggy, you sure know how to change the subject. Tell me the big joke.
Okay, what kind of shoes does a robber wear?
I don't know, maybe a robber wears slippers to keep quiet?
No, he wears sneakers. Get it? Sneakers and sneaks around. Okay, one more. This one's the best for today. What type of shoe does a bear wear?
Big ones?
Now, Susie, you're not even trying to figure it out. The answer to what a bear wears for shoes is nothing. They go barefoot. Get it? Barefoot.
Okay. Let's get back to thinking shoes are made to win trophies, prizes, and money. The reason Miss Renee told us about the shoes is because we're able to tell others about God. We have to be ready. Just like the shoes make us ready for different things like football and soccer and a wedding and baseball, we always have to be ready to tell the good news about Jesus and how we can have peace and live happy and joyful.
Yeah, you know what, Susie? I can't hear you very well. You're so far away.
I know, but we have to practice social distancing. Until the COVID-19 vaccination is out, this is just what we have to do. I'm sorry that you can't hear me. I'll try to speak up.
Yeah, but you had to be way over there.
I could get this close. That's how comfortable I feel.
How about this close?
You have to respect my boundaries, please.
All right. Okay, let's get back to the subject.
Please.
How come you interrupted me?
I didn't interrupt you. You interrupted me. You're changing the subject again. Now,
Okay,
please listen.
Okay, now you mean I'm not going to become a soccer star player or a star runner or anything?
Well, maybe. I don't know. That's up to you. But shoes are important for what you're going to do. But you have to work hard at running. Shoes help your feet from getting hurt. But just because you have the right shoes does not mean you're going to become a star. But if you work at it hard, learn how to run, then you will be ready to win a trophy. But what I'm trying to talk to you about is being ready to tell others about God's peace, the gospel of peace. If you love God and follow your heart, you will know how to have peace, love, and joy in your heart from God. You will be ready to tell others how they can find the gospel of peace. Do you kind of understand now? Feet that are ready to tell others. That's what the verse is about.
Well, I got it all wrong again. Why is it so hard for me to understand this?
I have a few ideas.
I really wanted to become a star. Stars are really important.
Some of them are.
Well, I like to be a star, but it's kind of a letdown. But I can see where we need to get prepared to tell others. I need to have peace in my life before I can share with others. Sometimes I'm afraid that my friends will laugh at me if I tell them about Jesus or invite them to church.
What? Oh, you should really pray about that to God. He loves you and He wants to help you. All you have to do is ask Him. I know He will give you the courage that you need.
Oh, thanks, Susie, for telling me how to get ready for the gospel of peace. I'm going to try to listen well at children's worship and work at telling others about God. I know I say that all the time, but I am going to try. And how much He loves us. I will tell Mary I saw you today. She had to sing at the church today. I better go for now. Bye, Susie. I'll see you next time.
Bye, Peggy. Thanks for being such a good listener most of the time. I will see you later. Hey, kids! Thank you, too, for being such good listeners. I hope you understand what Susie said today. I better go. Bye for now. See you next Sunday.
Well, there you have it. Poor Peggy. She doesn't quite get it.
No, she tries hard though. I'm proud of her for
and
trying hard.
And once she doesn't make the same mistake twice. She hasn't yet, I don't think.
Okay.
Except that she doesn't listen very well. She must be really busy when we're trying to tell stories and stuff.
But you know what's really great about that, Renee?
What?
Our God is a God who doesn't just give us 1 or 2 chances. He gives us a 3rd chance and a 4th chance and a 5th chance. And he just keeps on forgiving us. Isn't that great news?
Yes, it shows that he loves us now and forever.
Unconditionally.
I thought maybe we would sing today.
Ooh,
so instead of having a video for you to sing with, we would like you to sing with us. It's just real short. We're doing 1 verse because it's talking about what we're talking about is peace. So it's about peace.
Awesome.
It's called I've Got Peace Like a River. Now, peace like a river is kind of like, now what is the peace symbol?
Peace?
Peace like a river. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Okay, do you think they know that now?
I think they do. I think if we sing it again.
Go faster?
Should we try it?
Let's go fast.
Let's go fast.
Okay.
I've got peace.
Wait. Not. How fast are you going to go?
Really fast. You want to go fast?
Okay.
Come on, kids. I know you can do this.
Okay, I think I can.
1, 2, 3.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
A little bit faster.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Wow, that was fast.
That was pretty fast.
I think that's about as fast. Got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I think I go a little bit faster.
Really?
Yeah.
Dare you.
Okay.
All right.
You gotta do it with me.
2, 3.
I've
got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. Wow, that was really fast. That was really fast. And I bet you that God likes it when we take our time. Because
I think
when we go that fast, it kind of doesn't feel like we're really paying attention to the words.
I know, but there's such easy words that I can't forget peace and
river.
But
True.
sometimes, peace comes, rivers aren't always peaceful.
That is true. Sometimes they're scary.
Sometimes.
Pastor Terry likes to go whitewater rafting. I don't think that would work very well on a calm river.
No, it would not. It would not. And I've been on some, not rivers, but I've been on like an inner tube on a river that goes fast.
That's fun.
And that's really fun, but there's some scary parts because it went downhill a little bit, and then you had to go over, so I think, am I going to go under? But I hung on to my stuff, and I didn't.
Has that ever happened when you were doing it where you hit a rock?
Yeah, and you bump.
Hurts.
That's not good either.
That's not fun.
Okay. Well, we're going to have our closing prayer. We want you to say it with us. Remember, it's got a little action to it, and it goes like this, and then it goes like this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay.
Lord, please use your love to shield us from things that will hurt us. Protect us from our fears and things that take us away from you.
Block the efforts of those who want to hurt us, tempt us, and harm us.
In Jesus' name, amen. We'll see you guys later.
Have a great week.
We'll see you next Sunday.